Alright, here we are with Vintage Masters. I'm trying out a seal just to, get accustomed to everything. I need to see how much survival is, as this is the first day that Vintage Masters is online, and I kind of want to make sure that I'm not passing by things that are too pricey. Survival is a 2 ticks card, so we can get some money back there. Strip target permanent. I mean, survival is pretty good. It fuels graveyard synergies, if there are any in this cube. Sword Splashers is definitely the best card of a lot, but let me make this max screen. There we go. Let's just see the rest. Never seen this before. Yeah, just a quick eyeball. I think Survival is an okay card. It puts me in green, which may or may not be great, but I'll just take it. Alright, we got a Plateau, which, I mean, is good color fixing. It's also 4 tickets, so I think that's what I'm going to be taking here. Other good picks. Terra's Faithful is always a good linchpin in white control decks. Temporal Fissure is obviously a Storm finisher. I don't know how good Storm is going to be in Vintage Masters, but something to worth note. This is good for Madness and is a good aggressive beater. I mean, all these cards look very powerful in their own right. So figuring out what archetypes are going to actually work is going to be pretty interesting. And just noting the packs here, I mean, there's nothing that stands out that is terribly poor. Like, maybe you don't want a Cycling Land or anything, but picking some just expensive cards early, I don't think is going to hurt you as much as in a regular draft, just because there's so many playables. So here we have Plateau Survival. The rare is missing. What will go well with these two cards? Probably not. Just a random reach dude. Cabal Ritual would be good if we're going for the Storm deck. Just more mana fixing here. Looking Evil probably isn't what I want. Aftershock is pretty good. Blue Lights. Get Shrouded on the turn. I mean, it's a good sideboard card. This guy's okay. Flying, huh? Nothing really stands out from this pack, actually. It's pretty lackluster. I think I'm just going to take the Terra's Faithful and ignore the Survival of the Fittest for now. We have some more pieces of a Storm deck, but I don't really want to try that out right yet. I don't know how terribly viable it is, and we've already passed a lot of the Storm pieces, so I don't want to jump for that yet. Alter's pretty aggressive, but I don't really like that card. Owl Familiar could be... Oh, it doesn't even draw your card. It just makes you draw on the square. That's not very good. Aquamobile could be decent. I mean, we could go for blue-green and try to push Madness. Return to a creature to its owner's hand. I mean, we're not blue-green yet, so I don't want to take either mutation just yet. But, I mean, this hand is kind of poor. Oh. I guess I took too long there. So I took Repel, which isn't the best here, but whatever. We got a Brago, a shiny Brago. And he's actually pretty strong. Blue-white. I could go blue-white. We also have Prophetic Bolt, which is very powerful. Pillaging Horde. Yeah, that's not very good. I mean, 5/5 is quite powerful, but still. We could just take Brago and see where we go from there. You don't even need to play good enter the battlefield creatures to get max value from him. He's just a 2/4 flyer for 4s. pretty strong already. Yeah, I'll just take that. I mean, we might wheel something here, but probably not. Grasslands fixing. What do we want? What do we want? That seems pretty poor. Noble Templar is a pretty decent card. It's flexible enough. We also got Keen Eye Aven. I'm not sure of these two which is better, Keen Eye Aven or the Noble Templar. This one is mana fixing, and it fetches up the plateau, which could be something. It lets us splash red a little bit easier. So I think I'm going to take that over the Keen Eye Aven. Although 6 mana is far worse than a 4 mana drop. But I do like that planeswiping, as I said. So I think I'm just going to take that. Again. Oh, well, yeah, I took it. Haha, sweet. Here's our first initial pack. We got Desert Twister back, which is good, but it's 6 mana, so that's kind of slow. Skyshad Forest Wheels, so that means we could have done blue-green. But Phantom Nomad is actually very powerful, and we could get extra value off it with Brago just by attacking into like a 2/2 or whatever, trading with it, and then blinking it to reset its counters. So I think I'm just going to take that over like the Aquamoba. Sort by over to mana cost. Oh, it already is. Okay. Okay, so Ivory Tower is kind of slow. Krovkin Sorcerer. No, not what we want to do. Ophidian could be decent if we can give it some sort of evasion, otherwise it's kind of meh. Afterlife, however, Afterlife I can see as being quite powerful. Yeah, I'll take that. Deep Analysis, okay, this is the initial pack, I think, yeah. Without Witness, what does it do? Discard a card, destroy target artifact enchantment. Could be potentially good depending on how good artifacts and enchantments are in this set, but I'll avoid that for now. I'm going to take Deep Analysis here, though. Ugh, I don't want to take more 4-drops. Thalka's Drifters could be a decent... Well, it could be a very good way of ending the game. We don't have any Madness cards just yet, but we can get extra value off, like, throwing away Deep Analysis. But we do have Terra's Faithful, and I am kind of leaning towards a control deck, so I'll take this here. Another Noble Templar, or Gilded Lights, or a bunch of stuff that I don't really want to run. I think I'm just going to take the Noble Templar. And Aquamoba seems like an easy pick here. I mean, like, I wish I could take Skyshard Force and work something out of the Survival of the Fittest, but I don't have any ideas what I want to do with that just yet. So I think I'm just going to take Aquamoba. It's an early drop. This is exactly what I want to be splashing for, definitely. So the Plateau can get some work this way. So I'll take the Prophetic Bolt. I'll take the Secluded Step. And I'll take a second Aquamoba. So we didn't wheel any Circular Logics or any good Madness cards, but there's still time to pick up some Madness stuff to work with the Aquamobas. Alright, our rare is Council's Judgment, which is just exile a permanent, which is actually very, very powerful. Single target removal. And I think that's a choice here. I mean, we also have Scrivener, which is alright, kind of overpriced for what it does, but still does a good job. Chimeric Idol is always very good. Chartooth Cougar is very good. Deathblade Elite is very powerful. Just because it's an excellent blocker, you can just prevent all damage to it. And it's very good if you get any pump spells and they just start sniping their creatures. But I think I'm just going to take Council's Judgment here. First of all, it's 3 tickets, so I'm going to sell that, sweet. and it just exiles a permanent. So that can't be bad. Just exiling any permanent for 3 mana. I'll take that. Alright. We got more of the storm pieces. Penumbra World. Wow, that is insane. I'm glad I have Council's Judgment as a way to get out of that. We got Circular Logic, which works well in the Aquamobas. But we also have Radiant Archangel. We don't have many flyers, do we? We have Brago. But 3/3 Flying Vigilance is already quite good. Seems like a decent thing to do. Or just like another Phantom Nomad. Do I go big? Or do I go Nomad? Or I could go Circular Logic. No, I think it's Phantom Nomad or the Archangel. And I think Phantom Nomad has to be the correct choice, but I'm gonna go big and I'm gonna take the Radiant Archangel. Might be wrong, but who knows. Alright, Venomous Trapper seems like a good pick. Piana, Nomad Captain would work very well if we had a lot of creatures, but we don't really have a lot of creatures right now. We don't have any 3-drops actually. Venomous Trapper is going to buy us a lot of time, which I think is probably the best pick here. What else we got? We got the Emissary, which is very powerful in terms of racing and ending games. But I think for what I want to be doing here, I'd rather have the Trapper. Seems like the most appropriate control card, and we are pushing towards control, I think. Just with like the Terra's Faithful and the Noble Templars and such. So I think I'm just going to take that. Ooh, we got Jin here. We got a lot of green cards here that are very good. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but whatever. We got Manowar, which I think is the pick here. I think it's between Manowar, the Aven, or the Trooper. I think the Trooper and Manowar are the 2 best cards, and probably the Aven, Ophidian, and the Shelter. The Aven only because I picked up what's her face, Radiant, so it combos very well. But let me just raise that a bit. So Tyrant Trooper is very good, but I don't know. Manowar seems like it's more suitable towards control, and I'm going to get extra value with it with Brago, so I'll go for that. What is this? Well, that's an evasive beater, that's for sure. Cloud of Fairy is not very good unless I was running Storm, I had some Karus to generate mana, or I was running some sort of fairy deck. 1/1 otherwise isn't that interesting. I think I'm going to take the Gust Cloak Carrier here, just because it's essentially a Windrake in my deck, which I guess isn't great, but I don't see myself running something like Frantic Search in this deck. I mean, like, if I picked up more Madness cards, then maybe Frantic Search, but right now, I'm going to avoid that, so I'm going to take the Harrier. Benevolent Bodyguard is always good. Those just kind of blanks your opponent's stuff. Rites of Initiation is very good if you're doing the token strategy, but I don't think I'm doing that here. What else we did? Choking Tethers. Well, it's fine. But I think Benevolent Bodyguard is the pick here. Psychotog. Oh, sweet. Even new art too. So we got a finisher with Drifters. We got another Bodyguard, which I don't want to get too many of these because 1 or 2 is enough. Sort by. I'm kind of filling up on 4-drops, so I kind of want the Bodyguard instead. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Bodyguard instead. And then stop taking Bodyguards from now Ooh, okay, spicy. So we have a token generator, and I think that has to be the pick. Let's see how much it is. Oh, yeah, it's not much. But still, it's very powerful. It's that or the Mr. Griffin. I'm just taking it. Chimeric Idol or Deathblade Elite. Again, we don't really have any ways of pumping the Elite or anything to make it really valuable. But at least it could snipe small things. Chimeric Idol is always very good. But it does make like counter spells and stuff a little bit worse. Yeah, I'll just take that. Or Deathblade Elite. Here is an easy Phantom Nomad. He's always a great early 2-drop play. There's also Scrivener, and I guess he works well with Radiant and the whole flying shenanigans thing. How many instants do I have? I have like none, don't I? I have 1, 2. Yeah, I'm just taking Nomad. That was a late one too. Thopter Squadron. I think I'm just going to take the Emissary. And here I'll take the Aven. And Silk Cleansing, why not? And hide this stuff. Probably should have taken the Thopter just because it would go so well with the Radiant, but I want to focus on early plays and like 3-drops and stuff first. Taiga. Taiga has to be the pick. Yeah, I'm taking Taiga here. It's a foil Taiga too, so Taiga, whatever. We don't have many playables in white here or blue. We got Circular Logic, which I'd probably end up running. I'd actually definitely end up running with 2 Aquamoba, and probably I'm gonna pick up additional ways of discarding it. But foil Taiga has to be the money pick. A second Brago. Or a Factor Fiction. Or... yeah, this just does too. Factor Fiction is very good. However, Brago is also very good. I think 2 of them is also... can't be too bad. I'm going to just take the Brago. Probably dumb, but whatever. Here we got Counterspell, or not much else. Flooded Plain, maybe. Could also fetch the Plateau. We also have a Benalish or whatever, Trevor. Or Counterspell. We are... double blue is a little bit annoying to cast, honestly. But I don't think we need 2 trappers. And Counterspell is going to be an out to a couple things. Yeah, I'll just take the Counterspell here. Astral Slide, unfortunately, we don't have a deck for that. Third Aquamoba, we don't really have any Madness to go with it, so not too interested. Turnabout is Storm. Choking Tethers could be decent. Renewed Faith, maybe? We could take like the slide and see, or no, we can't take the slide first. I think Renewed Faith or like Choking Tethers is the pick, and of the two, probably Choking Tethers. So I'll take that. Edric, eh? Yeah. I mean, here the pick is pretty much Manowar or Soltari Trooper, but I think I'm gonna have to take Edric because he has 4 tickets. So yeah, I was just gonna take him here. I think I'll be fine with that. Another Manowar. Alright. Some legendary creature at uncommon. And he's pretty sweet. I kind of wish he was a 3-drop instead of a 4-drop, but he could do some work, I guess. Tap target creature defending player controls. It's that, or Counterspell, or Radiant's Judgment, which is an answer that I just don't have to big threats. Or Skywing Aven, maybe? No, Skywing Aven has to be the worst of the lot. I was going to take Sidar. Seems fine. Another Terrace Faithful. We're getting really full on the 4 drops, unfortunately. But there's really nothing else here that I really want. So, yeah, I'm just going to take another Terrace Faithful. Mystic Zealot. Another 4-drop. Becomes a 3/5 flyer when I have Threshold. There's a way to win the game, I guess. Do I have ways of actually winning the game? I have a couple flyers. That's about it. Hopefully that gets there. Scrivener is still not very good. I guess there's extra value of not too many things, actually. Counterspell. I'm just going to take Counterspell. Circular Logic over some other stuff, yeah. Factor Fiction Wheels, yep. A couple more Storm cards, otherwise not much. I guess out of all of these, this is the one I'm most afraid of, so I'm just going to take Scourge Familiar. Actually, I should have taken Secluded Step. What's wrong with me? Yeah, I'll just take the Renewed Faith. Alright, nobody was going Storm in this draft. Which I can't really blame people for, but that doesn't mean I have to try it out at some point. Alright, here's the deck. I didn't have enough blue to actually justify running the counterspells. The counterspells really need more blue sources than I currently have, and I only have like 6. So I took out the counterspells, unfortunately. And I took out the Aquamobas with the Circular Logic because I felt that's kind of a little bit wishy-washy. I don't think the Aquamobas are really going to get in there for damage because I'm more of a control deck that wins in the sky. So they're 1/3 blockers who can sometimes churn out a Circular Logic for extra value. I didn't think that was good enough to actually justify it. But instead, I'm going to be using Deathblade Elite hopefully to stop their flyers from blocking my flyers, plus I have some shadow evasion going on, and hopefully with Brago and Terrace Faithful I can just drag on the game to win in a race. And then I got like late game winners with like Radiant and Noble Templar and whatnot. I also have Inevitability with the Outpost. So I'm 17 lands, hopefully that's enough. I also have some digging with Factor Fiction and Deep Analysis. It seems good. It's not the greatest, and I definitely screwed up a bit while drafting, but it seems like it could get there, so we'll see. Oh yeah, Minor Splash Plateau and 2 Land Cyclers for the Prophetic Bolt. So yeah, let's see how it goes.